We're having a lovely summer in the UK this year. The days are bright, warm, not too hot, and mostly dry. It's nice. It's nice to see the blue sky. I went on my usual annual family trip to Sri Lanka in June. It's a very hot month over there. During most of my trip, I felt exhausted and constantly irritated. I think too much interaction with people added with the heat and humidity is not a good combination for me. But it was nice to see family and friends. I had a really good time with them. Yet, I have to admit, I was missing my home, my bed, my shower, my coffee cups, and my plants. I was homesick, and having my routine disrupted doesn't make me feel good in general. I don't like it. That's one of my weaknesses. I'm like a baby monkey wrapped around its mummy when it comes to my routines. If I lose my hold, it's the end of the world for me. Such a bad habit, isn't it? I feel like that's something I need to work on. In the middle of all this, I was also wondering if I have seasonal affective disorder. Then I thought, let's not convince myself I have another problem with the help of Google and AI. So I did myself a favour and just dropped the idea. I tell you what I didn't ignore though, my knee pains. I started feeling pain in my legs and knees when I climbed stairs. It kind of got worse as weeks went on. Again, Google, arthritis, knee replacement surgery. Yeah, you get the picture. Welcome to life of an anxious overthinker. Then I realised I hadn't been taking my bone vitamins for a while now. Vitamin D, calcium and etc. So I started back on them now. And the bone pain in my legs have gone down dramatically, and I don't notice pain when climbing stairs anymore. So that explains that. So yeah, when I got back, it took me at least a couple of weeks to recover from the exhaustion of the trip. I also seem to have gone into a deep slump mode due to having my routine disrupted. I spent most of my days on bed, not seeing daylight, binge watching Netflix, while all my housework and paperwork for the business was just building up to be a great big mountain in my head. But I had to get my Ji-Chang Wook fix on Netflix. As you know, this unhelpful life and slightly self-destructive behavior did end up making me feel overly anxious and a bit depressed. I feel like depressed is a strong word here, but hey. I had lots to do, I wasn't doing them, and I was confused about why I was the way I was. My diary pages were full of moaning and whining about life, that I hate this, I hate that, I hate life, and blah blah blah. It was a downward spiral. I also ended up getting ill and being off work. Really, it wasn't a good picture. I always have this voice in my head, right, that tells me, okay, come on now. You have things to do. You have a life to live. Get up and get on with it. It's like a voice of a parent, right at the back of my head. When I hear it, faintly in the background, I tune in. I know I've gone overboard. I always stop and listen to that voice. I feel that's a very important point in my life when I hear that voice. I silence all the negative noise in my head. I stop questioning everything and I just listen. It's the one thing that's helped me rise back up every time I've lost track of things in the past and needed a wake-up call. Generally, I'm not very good at sharing my struggles and communicating them with others. So my inner voice has always been my saviour. It always reminds me that no one is going to fix this for me and I have to do things for myself. So I knew I had to get over myself and get on with things. I forced myself to get out of bed and gradually built up my routine back again. I went for short walks, got some sunshine on my skin, and that actually lifted my mood up quite a bit. Going outside and taking nature walks really helps. I also gave myself very small targets for the days. If I had 100 tasks to do, I aimed to do one. Don't laugh. And I actually appreciated myself for getting it done. You might think that's silly, but for me, doing nothing compared to one thing is winning. And always appreciate yourself for that. Adding to that, listening to my favorite motivation videos, were also tremendously helpful. Jim Rohn is one of my favorites. I have some of his videos saved on my YouTube playlist, and I like to listen to those quite often when I feel down. So yes, now I've slowly built back my routine and feel a lot more positive, both mentally and physically. For me, August has been the month of recovery and rebuilding. I hope you're having a fun-filled, full of sunshine August too. I don't usually do this, but for some reason, and I think it's the influence of happy hormones mainly, I decided to do a voice note this time. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? If you don't, just tell me to shut up and I'll go back to just subtitles on my next video. As always, stay happy, healthy and blessed. I see you next time.